Welcome to PodTastings at Brew Gallery. Brew Gallery is a new experiential and collaborative coffee bar based right out of Plexpod. Not only do they have delicious coffee, teas, cappuccinos, and cocktails, they also offer a few unique hands-on opportunities. One of these activities is called a cupping. Today we will be guided by Mr. Jeff Hanson of Midwest Coffee Trading and Java Brothers. Jeff will walk us through the process and what we should expect from a proper tasting. We will also be joined by some Plexpod members, including Mr. Mark Nagel, one of Kansas City's elite photographers. His ability to capture the magic moment of life knows no end. We will also be joined by Steve Ward of the marketing and advertising firm Agency X. And last but not least is the friendly face of Plexpod, Miss Mckenzi Foster. So what is a cupping, you ask?
A cupping is what we use to evaluate coffees. For our purpose as importers for Midwest Coffee, we evaluate coffee that we want to buy. There's different ways to evaluate coffees for different purposes of that coffee. So a cupping, in that we're weighing the coffee, we're smelling the coffee, adding the correct temperature of coffee, and then we taste the coffee and figure out if it's something that we can work with or if we need to pass on it.
Well, that seems pretty simple, right? Let's see how our members fare.
First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through, make sure all these are to the bottom, and we're just gonna smell each of these really quick. So get your nose down here like this. A little over the top action. Each one of those gets that action, so Steve, I'll let you.
Does anybody have a cold?
Yeah.
I got the flu.
Oh, good. You go first.
Our members begin by giving each bowl a good smelling. But what exact scent are they looking for?
As an importer, what I'm looking for usually is any kind of defect on the coffee in this regard. These are actually all really good coffees, so enjoy the smell. Like, they should smell tasty to you. When you do this, you actually want to you're just breaking the top. You're not going down very deep. You're just getting right below that crust, and you want to kind of stir it 3 times, smell at the same time. So it's like a little ambidextrous move here.
So now that the coffee has been properly smelled over, it's time to get into the tasting. Mark Nagel will be the first to dive in.
I know, I'm afraid I'm gonna spill it on myself. And everybody's watching. Somebody go. He's got coffee all over his face.
As they go about the tasting, they should be experiencing 3 distinct flavors: a Guatemalan, Ethiopian, and a Sumatran brew, all with their various distinct flavors, some showing notes of citrus, earthiness, and raisins.
I've had about 14 cups of coffee now.
So, what's your analyzation of the
Well,
coffees?
here's what obviously you guys picked up, like the fruit floral notes, and then obviously this one's dark, earthy, tobacco-y. Everyone kind of nailed it. Should be a little peppery even, if you pick that up. This should actually have a little bit of chocolate in it, and it's actually more sweet than so I guess I should probably tell you what this is. This is a Guatemalan coffee. This is actually an Ethiopian coffee, and this is from Sumatra. So they're 3 super distinct coffees. I'm hoping that's obvious. That's my hope. This one actually has some interesting fruit. I'm kind of curious to see if you guys can pick up the type of fruit that this is throwing.
I'm so bad.
No, think in terms of, when I'm saying types, I mean citrus, like the citrus family, or I mean stone fruit would be anything like a peach that has. What now?
I'm going peachy.
You want peachy?
Yeah.
I mean that's what I mean, like families of fruit. There's different kinds of sweetness involved.
Does that come from the soil, things that were grown in the soil, or how does it pick up those?
It varies. So it varies on, yes, the process is one. So by process I mean how the coffee is processed at origin, and there's lots of variations to that. Elevation, soil content, all those things matter tremendously. Yeah. This is actually, these 2 right here are what we're serving on Steampunk right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I had one yesterday.
Yeah. But as an importer, I kind of get the privilege to work with a host of different companies, and that's kind of what Brew Gallery is for, is to actually host and showcase all the roasters we work with on a regular basis. And so what I have next is actually a coffee beer that Boulevard did from coffee that we imported and from our friends at Maps actually roasted. And so I think it came out yesterday technically. So, and I had like a sneak peek yesterday. So I'll just get a quick bottle and divvy up a few little shots and let you guys enjoy.
The beer they're about to try is Boulevard Brewing Company's Early Riser Coffee Porter. It's the first new beer of 2016. Born out of friendship, mutual love for beer, bikes, and coffee, Early Riser features a Colombian custom blend made by Maps Coffee Roasters and a small army of friends and family, including Brew Gallery.
Well, that's all I got, guys. Thanks for coming out. Look forward to doing more pod tastings at Brew Gallery. Cheers.
That was good. Golden.
To find out more about Plexpod, go to www.plexpod.com. Thanks for watching Pod Tastings.